Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for mid-June 2021. We are going to take a look and see what comes up for you here, Aries. Aries, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you as well. But this already looks really, really nice. You have the Ten of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands, really good card as well. So I do feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming up for you at this time, Aries. We'll take both of these, why not? But Aries, let's see here. You start off with this main male card here. I feel like this is you in a lot of ways, and again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I don't attach gender to my cards. Again, in a general reading like this, I feel like this is just the main person of the reading. I feel like it's just referring to you. Yeah, you have the community card as well. You keep getting community cards. I've noticed this with you for a very long time. I think I even mentioned this to you in your June bonus reading, one of them, that I was like saying that you keep getting these cards that would represent your community or people in your life, you know, the people you surround yourself with. For a lot of you, it's kind of weird because for a lot of you, you get these community cards, but it seems to me like a lot of you are separating away from your community, meaning that you could be moving or traveling or you're doing something differently here. And that's kind of like what I'm getting here. Again, I feel like this main male card is just talking about you. I feel like it's saying that you are, you are kind of like the main character here in this reading. You know, that's what it's trying to say. You have the Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Moon here. Just like every other reading that I've done this month, I feel like it's saying that everything you want, the victory that you desire, is on the other side of something that you've never done before. Two of Swords is, the lady on the Two of Swords traditionally, she is just sitting where she has always been. There are new lands behind her on the Two of Swords cards, but she's like not going to those new lands, and she needs to. She needs to try something new. So for a lot of you, I feel like this reading is like saying it's time for you to try something new. It's time for you to try something different and to move forward. You have the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores, and then even this King of Cups he's holding a ship on this card. So for a lot of you, I feel, as I've been saying to you for like a few weeks now, everything you want, everything you desire is probably on the other side of a move or letting go of something. Here, this could be a relationship, could be anything really, but there are definitely fears attached to this. So some of you could be having fears in a situation. I think that the fears here are because, if you're like leaving a job, for example, for another job, or if you're leaving a relationship for another relationship, it's like the fears are having to discover new boundaries are what's popping into my head. So, that could be part of the problem. Page of Wands says your life will be more exciting though, if you decide to go on this adventure. So I feel like for a lot of you, it is asking you to go on an adventure because it'll make your life more exciting. You have the Six of Swords. Again, you are clearly moving on from something here. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores. The Ace of Swords is victory. It is like a card of justice. It can represent a sacrifice, the Ace of Swords, but it's like you're sacrificing something for something new, basically. And you have the King of Cups. You have the King of Cups 3 times here, actually. You have the King of Cups, King of Cups, King of Cups right here. This deck that I'm using has a male and a female version of the kings, and that's how the deck was created. I just leave them in because, again, that's how the deck was created. And so I feel for a lot of you, basically the King of Cups can say, he's sitting in choppy waters. We have the Six of Swords here twice here as well. A lot of repeating cards. The repeating cards are basically the universe saying I meant what I said to you here, Aries. But you have the Six of Swords twice and, in choppy waters. He's perfectly fine. He doesn't care about the choppy waters. He's not worried at all. So I feel for a lot of you, regardless of what's going on in your life, it doesn't really matter, is what this is saying. You have the Four Cups here. Four Cups is a card of contemplation, apathy. I really feel like you're doing a lot of thinking at this time here. I feel like you're just trying to make sure that you're making the right decision. So for a lot of you, I do get these vibes that you could be like leaving a relationship, or you could be leaving like a job in particular. For others, I feel like you are moving away from family, which is something that has come up for like a long time. I feel like you're moving away from where you are from. Like those are the words that I always get for you, Aries. And I feel like you're just trying to make sure that you're making the right decision. It's like she's, there's like a rainbow or something coming out of this fourth cup over here. But she has these 3 cups over here. It's like she's done something like 3 times. She's experienced making a change, and it wasn't what it turned out to be or what she thought it was going to be, right? So I feel like you're kind of like really trying to decide, is this new opportunity I have in my life, is it something that's going to be really great for me, or is it just going to end up in this pile of cups over here on this side? Is it just going to end up with the other 3 cups? So it's like, I feel like you're kind of taking your time. I don't really necessarily think this is a bad thing for you, Aries, and, especially if you're making like a life-changing decision, like leaving one job for another when maybe the job you have right now is perfectly fine. It definitely feels like a little bit of a risk to me. So, again, if you're leaving your job, the risk would be, it's like maybe you have something that's safe, secure, that pays you well, and all that other stuff, and it's like leaving might be risky because maybe you're leaving for something that isn't as secure, but maybe there's more potential there. So it's like you're really trying to decide. You have the King of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords here. So I feel for some of you, it's kind of like, you could be in a little bit of a rocky area. For some of you, I feel like you could be, again, the 5 of Swords could say that you're kind of having to separate away from something at this time, like a relationship or a business or whatever. And the 8 of Wands, look, quick success. So I feel like if you're making this choice, you will be successful very, very quickly. I also am getting like encouragement here. She's being lifted up on this 8 of Wands, on this card in particular, in this deck. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you are being lifted up, or, I feel like people are kind of like lifting you up, trying to encourage you, the good people in your life, right? I definitely feel that you have people in your life who are not trying to lift you up. I feel like there are certain people that are trying to pull you down, but I feel like you are being guided to something greater. It's kind of funny because I used to read the King of Cups as the card of the home. To me, he represents all the feelings of home, like safety, security, comfort, protection. So for some of you, I feel you could, and I do kind of consider him to be what I call a clue card for a move or for traveling. So some of you definitely are like moving or traveling with this energy. Let's see where this is going, Aries. You have the Star card here. I feel like this is like something that is guiding you, is what I feel. I feel very weird about this star. Star to me can represent like hopes, wishes, dreams, having faith as well. But I feel like there's something that you see that is kind of guiding you. Like I'm really focused on that big star that is right there. And it's like the more you focus on it, the more it becomes possible, like some sort of dream or wish that you have. Yeah, you have the Death card, major transformation that you're going. You are going through a major change. It's basically the same reading that I've been doing for you for like 2 weeks now, at least. And you have the Devil. Yeah. For a lot of you, you're leaving a toxic situation behind, is what I would say to you. I feel like you notice this. Like I feel like you're noticing things that are toxic in your life that you need to let go of. Like it could literally be habits or things that you do. And it's like, I feel like if you do those things, like drinking, for example, or whatever, it's like, I feel like you notice how much it affects you at this time. Same thing, it could be like food as well. It's like, maybe there's certain foods that don't agree with you, and it's like you eat them and you feel terrible, right? And I know that sounds like something small, but I feel like you're noticing this in all areas of your life. Maybe there are certain people, when you interact with them, they just drag you down. And I feel you're starting to recognize that. And I feel you're removing yourself from situations that drag you down or that keep you stuck. And it's like I feel like it feels worse, is what I would say here, Aries. It's like anything that's going to keep you trapped, anything that's going to suck you down or keep you in chains, it's feeling worse than it used to. And so it's kind of like the pain has gotten to that point where it's so great that you just have to move on. I do feel like some of you could be healing from something here as well. If you're, and it's kind of weird messages popping into my head. If you've noticed an energetic change in you, where it's like the energy changes, or maybe you just haven't been feeling good, or maybe you've been having more bad days than good days, there's some sort of healing here, so I do like to see that. I feel like you're going through healing. Next, you have the Ten of Pentacles. A lot of success coming in for you here. I love the Ten of Pentacles. It is a card of the Tree of Life. It is like a card of literally having everything you desire to have in your life as well. So there's definitely a lot of abundance and success coming in for you. Also, again, Ten of Pentacles is like inside the castle. And so it can represent safety, security, comfort, protection, all the things that I said with the King of Cups here. So I do feel like there's like a lot of security. I also feel like this could be new love coming in for you here as well. And because Ten of Pentacles to me is the best love card in the deck, because again, it's like, a person who is everything you desire. You have the Two of Cups, Six of Swords, King of Cups, and the Eight of Swords here. For a lot of you, I get like this don't hold back type of energy here. I'm getting the words don't hold back popping into my head. I feel like there's a very strong need for you to not like censor yourself or something like that is popping into my head. Like if you meet someone new, I feel like this is saying, just be who you are. I feel like this person will literally love you for who you are. If you're starting a business or getting a new job, again, same thing. I feel like there's a need to like really go for it. It's like sometimes I think we get a new job and we're afraid to speak up, or we're afraid to overstep our boundaries or whatever you want to call it. But I feel like there's a need. Like I get a very, you don't have any bold cards here in this row, but I do get this like very strong need for you to like not hold back. I feel like there's a very strong need for you for the rest of this month to really make sure you're standing out in a big way. Well, that would make sense actually with a star. You have the Tower here showing up. This could be a surprise, meeting someone new. You have the Knight of Pentacles here working towards something, and the Hangman as well. It's like you're gaining a new perspective. I feel like you're seeing a way out of something here, Aries. It's like you're seeing your way to kind of leap out of the Tower, right? You're seeing the way to make that happen. It's kind of weird to go from the Star to the Tower because the Star comes up usually after the Tower. It can represent healing from a Tower moment. For some of you, I feel like this is just a move or a change that you're making. With that Tower card, because like something isn't right. I don't really get, it's kind of weird because I don't get, it's like not popping into my head as a disappointment, but I feel like saying disappointment. Something has been a disappointment for you here, Aries, with that Tower and the Two of Cups, but let's dig into it, because it's like saying disappointment, but it's not a disappointment. Weird. You have the Temperance card here. Yeah, something just needs to change. This is like one of those things. Something hasn't been working out for you as well as you would like, but it's still working. I feel like you need to realize that, number one. I also feel like you need to realize like the universe is trying to get you to evolve. I feel like the universe is trying to get you to grow and expand. Pretty much everybody I've read for this month has had a message like that, or something similar, right? This to me could say that it's almost like you're being guided away from something you've been doing for a long time. Let's say you have a job or a business that you've been doing for a long time. It's like you've probably been doing things the same, and now it's time for you to change. And the Temperance card is the change. It's like trying new things. Yeah, you have the Nine of Cups, wishes, wish fulfillment. I feel like the universe also, I like the Nine of Cups, but I don't, because the Ten of Cups exists, right? It's like the Nine of Cups is a good card, but it's also a card of kind of like contentment. It's a card that says, that things have always been the same. So nobody really wants to be content, right? It's like being content is kind of boring. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you don't want to just be content. I feel like you want to continue growing. And that's what you're starting to realize. Yeah, Ten of Swords. I get a very strong restless vibe here. I think I said this to you in a recent reading. I feel like if you're not growing and if you're not doing new things, it's like you're going to feel the boredom. You're going to feel the, the contentment, which is boredom. It's just boring. And this is starting to make sense. If you have a job or a business that isn't growing, it's like I feel like you're saying to yourself, boring. Like I need this to get growing. I need this to get moving forward. And so it's like you're hoping for growth. I feel like some of you are just a little bit stuck in that spot, where it's like you're not sure how to get things to grow, right, Aries? How do you get things to grow? Well, number one, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles says learn. If you have a business, a job, if you're trying to get a relationship to grow, if you're trying to improve the relationship and make it more romantic, or if you're trying to get in love, the Ten of Pentacles says there are books, YouTube videos, pretty much everything you could imagine that could help you learn how to kind of grow and make things better. So I would say education is definitely your best friend. You're the second sign that has had a message like this this month, where it's really been kind of like, I would say it's more encouraging you to realize that you're the hero of your own story, right? With the main male card here. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. It's like you are the hero of this story, and you need to be the one to kind of like educate yourself and get moving in a new direction. And I feel like you can totally do it here, is what I would say. You have the Page of Cups. In a lot of ways, I feel like you need to keep dreaming here as well. It's like I always get people, who say things like, Page of Cups, it could be some sort of dream that you don't think you can accomplish, right? He's looking at this fish that's in that cup there, Aries, and that fish could easily hop out of that cup and into the water. So the Page of Cups, to me, it can represent love, which we'll talk about in a second. But it can also represent something that you just don't think is possible for you, but it is. And I feel like you need to realize that with this energy. I feel like for some of you, it's like you need to allow yourself to prove yourself wrong. Like I feel like you need to kind of dare yourself to do something with this energy. You have the Sun, damn. You will be very happy that you did with the Sun energy. And you have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the way things have always been done. So it's kind of like a card of, again, needing to try new things, I feel. But I also feel like it's security. I think you are creating a certain level of security in your life. As far as love is concerned, I do see new love coming in for you here. Definitely could be a water sign. You have the King of Cups 3 times and the Page of Cups here as well. Could also be an earth sign. Capricorn shows up for me here. It could be any sign, just a general reading. But definitely could be a new love that's coming in for you here. And it's going to be something more exciting, something where there's more growth potential here. But I think the most important thing to say here is that you need to realize that you are the hero of your own story. And yeah, there might be things you have to overcome. There might be boredom or things you have to break away from with the Tower, the Ten of Swords here, and also the Eight of Swords. I'm just getting more boredom more than anything else. And I think the Ten of Swords, basically, sometimes I think when we get bored, it's like, that's when we can do bad things because we're bored, right? So it's like we can do things to try to shake things up. And that's like the Tower here. What do they say? Idle hands are the devil's playground, or whatever the saying is. I never have a clue what I'm talking about, Aries. But that's what I'm getting here. It's like if you're bored, if you're restless, that's when the bad things are happening. So I feel like you need to channel your energy into learning how to do new things in your love, business, spirituality, whatever you're trying to grow. A really good reading, actually. So thank you for watching, Aries. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. Sorry, my dog is setting off my camera, but as always, thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.